Hey, Dwayne. Welcome back. After a fucking month, welcome back to No Country for Otakus. Dwayne's back with us after surgery and whole plethora of shit.
Yeah.
And we're back. We're glad to be back. This is going to be the episode, I guess, before the Christmas episode. I guess we got to find a Christmas anime.
Bruh, what a Christmas anime. I feel like everything is...
Is there even a Christmas anime? I guess a winter anime. We just got to find what happens in the winter.
We did a race already. The only thing I could think of is Tokyo Godfathers. Not to be confused with Tokyo Revengers. You know, don't mix goodness with crap.
Did you finish it?
Tokyo Revengers? I was gonna finish it this week.
Just because of finish that shit, bro.
Nah, because when I was gonna finish it, it was still going on.
Right.
And then you had finished it, and you told me,
unfortunately,
right, watching it, watch it and see what you think of it. And then I think that week, like loads of crap happened, and then it spiraled into prepping for the surgery, and I was trying to get the foundation for the studio up because I want to really launch everything from next year. I want to be writing it. I don't want to be doing all this background stuff. So I haven't really gotten to watch anything until they jacked up my mouth. And that's when this week I watched everything.
Watch all them movies.
I say
you had a lot of
like, bro, Green Knight was amazing. So,
you had a lot of recovery time.
It's telling me, Jesus. But yeah, man. So, and Christmas, what other winter anime? I can't think of anything else.
Or we'll discuss. We'll start that out. We still got 3 weeks. Well, 2 weeks. Go then the week after that's Christmas week, and I ain't recording on Christmas Day, which is a Saturday.
I don't even think I'll be here, so we usually don't. What we gotta talk about New Year's as well.
Yeah, well, I think last time we did like a countdown, right? We did like a top 5. I guess we'll do
we could do top stories for this year.
Top anime, right?
Yeah,
I love countdown list, but it'll just be for this year. Ones we watched this year, because last time it was just in general. Anyway,
yeah.
So this week we're gonna talk about 2 things. The first one though, we're talking about Cowboy Bebop live action. If you remember, if you watched the New Year's episode last New Year, we had done a top 5, and Cowboy Bebop was up there at the top of the list.
Yeah,
pretty much for both of our lists. And this one now they released a live action, and you know it is with live action. You know it is with live action, man. Death Note American version, Netflix version, if y'all remember that shit. But
yeah.
But Jinro was good, so it's hit or miss. I always say it's hit or miss, you know.
But
I like Jinro.
I don't know. I kind of
like
Jinro. I love Jinro. Oh. Come on, bro. I keep telling you.
No. Go ahead. Say your point. Say your point, because I got mixed up.
I kind of feel like I don't feel like the live actions are hit and miss. I feel like when America does these stories, they try to either water it down or pollute it in some way that it destroys the story. So then it always misses. Like,
that's the miss.
I finally gave in to, oh God, what do you call it?
To be
Ghost
fair,
in the Shell.
And
I was like, oh my God, this is not the story that was created.
I don't know why they made that. I have no idea why they made that change. I am sure there was a lot of Japanese female actors they could have used.
Yeah, they could, but the story in itself was not the same. And I was like, damn.
Hey, they had that badass old Japanese man. He speak no English. That shit was so crazy. I was like, he the only guy here speaking just like straight Japanese. Dog. I was like, that was pretty funny. I don't know if that was like negotiated or something. He has to speak.
I don't know.
Ghost in the Shell. Live action was saying. The story itself is already so deep and intricate with just the anime movies and stuff. Like I don't know. there won't be any more from at least with Scarlett Johansson. But going off live actions is like I've seen a few live actions that are like made in like the Japanese versions. Like we did an anime, that slice of life one. There's a live action to that. It's actually pretty good.
Real life.
Like there's a real life live action. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
but I guess it's easier to do slice of life. Though.
I can't get through it though. I was like, oh my god, this is for some reason live action. This is boring. And then possibly because I watched the story.
Well, you could get away with a lot of things in anime that you can like slapstick comedy in real life.
Yeah,
but it just looks like abuse. Anyway, all right, that's our pre-podcast. No, think of it. Like you slap a brood and you're like, bro, why are you beating her? Like like how they'll have the fan. Think of Fumafu.
Oh boy.
Imagine Fumafu. You remember
Full Metal Panic.
Full Metal Panic Fumafu. Imagine Full Metal Panic Fumafu in live action with the slapstick. Dude, she beating the shit out of that dude. Male abuse, domestic violence.
But there is a live action to that, isn't there?
Is it? I don't know. I don't want to see it though. Not the Fumafu, probably to Full Metal Panic, the serious
Maybe.
one.
I'll check and see.
I just know that in Fumafu, she was like slapping him with that fan
all day.
Remember he shot that the karate students in the balls with that fucking
with the rubber pellets.
With the rubber pellets and shit. Anyway.
Then he might start a whole army.
He started an army with a rugby team. But that boys was killing teams, bro. Anyway, all right, so that's just our little little thing there. But yeah, so we get into Cowboy Bebop live action. So let's go ahead and I guess I can't say it. Let's jump into Let's Chat section.
You do it.
I can't say let's chat. What? Nah, that's your thing.
The Let's Chat bit. Nah, you do it. My jaw doesn't allow me to.
Oh. So we gonna start Let's Chat. Let's Chat. Well, it's usually Let's Chat anime, but we started live action, so anyway. All right, bro. So Cowboy Bebop on Netflix. Netflix buying up all the fucking live action rights. They got One Piece. They got a One Piece coming out too.
Yep. They got Alice in Borderland, which I am very, very happy for. Like I thought that was a really good story and a really good anime that was brought out that the writer didn't get a chance to really flesh it out. So when I heard that he had gotten that Netflix deal, I was so happy. And then when I watched that show, I was like, oh my god, it's just as good as the anime. Yes. So yeah, I am happy for them. I am also seeing the trend it creating, and I'm like, gosh.
I think the reason is like Netflix. Well, Netflix also allows everybody and anybody to pitch a show to them.
Yeah. So
that's why, you'd be like, how the hell they even got that? They bought up all the old anime. Cyborg's 009 and shit. Anyway, so this one obviously is based on the Cowboy Bebop anime show that came out in 98. Was it 98?
Something like that.
Somewhere right in the 90s. Neo space western. This one has John Cho, Mustafa Shakir, if you know these people. Daniella Pineda, stuff like that.
So John Cho is he is Harold from Harold and Kumar. Man. Mustafa Shakir is the worst villain that Luke Cage fought in season 2.
Oh, Daniella Pineda. The Jamaican guy.
Yeah.
He was like a Jamaican.
Bomba clock.
Yeah. Why didn't it just get? I'm gonna start with that. Go ahead.
Where is Daniella Pineda from? I can't remember.
Isn't Danielle? Where isn't she? I don't know. Let's see. She's from California. She's California. She was born in California, so she's from California. She's American. All right.
Yeah.
We just go with that. I don't know her like
filmography.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, 10 episodes. Each episode is about an hour each.
Yep.
They all drop on Netflix a couple weeks ago, I think.
19th.
It was just before He-Man.
Yeah. He-Man was the 21st.
He-Man was good as fuck. Anyway, I haven't
still didn't watch it yet.
Bro, savage He-Man, dog.
I got
savage He-Man. We gotta focus. We gotta focus.
Yeah,
we gotta focus. It's been too long. There's so many different shows. So yeah. So 10 episodes, man. And I thought it was pretty good. When you look at it, obviously you dive into the internet and stuff. There's been a lot of hate on the show. I had my gripe. I had a couple gripes with it, but it's not as bad as a lot of people. So go ahead.
My thing about that is, we always say, watch it for yourself first.
Right.
But this is what I don't like about this era so much. So before, like when we were growing up and all we had was cinema and downloading and stuff like that, you didn't have this. You didn't have the Marvel formula, which is show a movie and then put end credits at the end of the movie and tease about this thing and all this sort of stuff. And what you find is that people are doing that now through social media. So the whole Cowboy Bebop hit, I don't even feel like it's legit. Like if it was, certain people had viewing rights before the entire public, and then they say, yeah, I didn't like it because of this and blah blah blah, then I would listen to them. But people were picking at some of the stupidest things, like the one that I showed you. She's not the actual woman. Like Faye is not the actual woman. I was like, what? And then I thought they were saying like, is not the voice actress. But they were like, no, it's not actually Faye. Like they thought Faye was a real person. They thought all the characters was a real person. And I was like, that's stupid. So you judge a live action on that? Like, is that animation?
Is it bad? I'm confused.
No, because I was confused at first. So basically what they were saying is that, so you know how with My Hero Academy and Jujutsu Kaisen and stuff like that, rather than actual hand-drawn animation, they are motion captured. So they have the actors act it out and then they just draw over it. They thought that Faye's features was actually a real
in
person.
The 90s. Bro, motion capture was so much ass in the 90s, bro. You won't even want that shit, bro.
Exactly. But my thing was, even if that was the case, like that person is a voice actor.
Yeah.
Not an actor. So why? So you can't really judge. But that's one character, and then somebody else was saying, why is Jet black? I was like, why is Jet American? Like it don't matter.
He was the darkest skinned dude in the fucking show.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought they nailed it pretty good.
Yeah,
people be focusing on some bullshit. You know what's funny? When we discuss offline, when we discuss like the show, I don't even think we brought that up. I didn't even think about that.
No, the thing is, all this stuff was brought up before the show even came out. And I was like, yo, just watch the show and enjoy it. Like me personally, I kind of felt like I was biased towards it in my rating because I'm a huge Bebop fan. I didn't even care that it like there was some stuff to gripe about. I was like, yo,
honestly, for me, I only had one major gripe. We gonna get into that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So okay, so going off of what you said, when it comes to watching live actions to anything for me, and I put this on my Instagram, is when I'm watching it, the way I watch it is I don't even think of it as like a carbon copy. It's supposed to be a copy of the live action of the anime or whatever. I kind of think of it as like a separate universe. So the anime will be in the universe 1, and the live action will be like universe 2, running parallel. So the story is similar, but it's not exactly the same. Well, the reason I do that is because then it gives you excuses for differences. If you look at a DC multiverse, you got the Superman is black, right? But they, you know what I mean? But they both run in parallel. Well, you have the black Superman, and then you got like you got classic Clark and stuff. So this way, when they change the story or make any big changes or decisions, it's easier for me to process. And I'm thinking that they just copying the anime just to do it live action. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that helps me square that peg. And I find that I enjoy a lot more live action stuff like that. That being said, they did take some changes, and they had to, especially because if you want to do multiple seasons. Also, it to me, it kind of improved the story a little bit with like expanding on a lot of characters. Especially, what's her name? The love interest of John Cho's character, Spike.
Spike.
Yeah, of Spike.
If
you remember the anime, man, she got they killed that woman fast.
Yeah, she got killed.
She got killed quick. Even though like it was like, oh, they meet up. Oh, she's dead. If you remember the anime.
But the entire story was different. That's the thing.
No, I know, but I'm just saying it was nice that she had
more of a role.
Especially up to the end. And pretty much where it stops is when Spike gets shoot through the window. They kept that. Like he falls through the window. But in the anime, spoilers. Put that at the top of the video.
You had time.
mini spoilers. We ain't gonna go too in depth, but you got to talk about it properly. You still have to spoil it a little bit. In the anime, he falls through the window, but it was Vicious that did it to him, right?
Yeah.
But in the live action, oh girl, I like that. I was like, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was a good spin, and he's able to take her over to season 2.
Yeah,
stuff. So I appreciate that. What's her name? Still annoying as fuck. Faye Valentine. She was annoying in the anime. She's annoying in the show, but that is accurate. So the only major difference to me of Faye Valentine between the two is she has more clothing in this one. She wears long. And you remember in the anime, she had the shorts.
And she's thick.
And she's thick. And she's bisexual. they put that in.
Yeah, boy. They
put that in. She had
real
sex.
easy. I was like, whoa. I think I messaged you and I was like, yep. If they continue with this, I am gonna hit this show. And I'm glad they did.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean to keep pushing your face that she's gay?
Yeah, with the whole progressive stuff. And I was like,
she doesn't know. Because remember, she told the woman that she's not sure. She doesn't know. I just say bisexual until further notice. But
you know how most of these stories just go, and then they try to push it really hard and that kind of stuff. And exactly, that's it. I loved it. Like you introduced
it wasn't overbearing.
But it wasn't. There wasn't trying to make it a focus. It was there, but it wasn't a focus. It actually for the story that they wrote, it helped.
Her focus, because she's still trying to find out herself because she had amnesia stuff, and her focus is getting finding out about herself, because that's pretty much how it ends with her leaving. She's like, I'm going to find out, especially how this, bro. I'm gonna be real, like I said, man. There's a lot to me. There's a lot. They definitely put the money into CGI and stuff for the ships and stuff like that, and the surroundings. Definitely a very diverse cast and world, which makes sense. It's like way in the future. They on different planets
Yeah.
and shit. Like, no one gives a fuck about that, bro. There's more shit out there to be worried about. You know what I mean? But, and I don't know about Dwayne, but me, I hated Vicious, bro. I don't like what they did with Vicious' character. I know why they did it, but fuck, that was terrible, bro. Oh my god, he was. Oh, I don't like that rendition. I don't like that. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Talk your piece, bro. Talk your piece.
What I will say is that for the entire show, thought they kept the essence of what Cowboy Bebop was and wrote their own story. So for that, I was blown away. I was like, oh my god, like they actually cared. Like you could tell they actually cared about the product they were gonna bring out, and it wasn't just trying to attract people. It was trying to really keep the essence of what the creator created.
Except for Vicious.
For Vincent and Julia, at what?
They kept the essence except for Vicious.
Yeah.
Continue, man. Ignore me.
For Vicious and Julia and even Mo and Anna, that was gonna be a challenge because, man, there's so much that you got to unpack from this. Cowboy Bebop in itself is 24 minutes of animation. This is an hour.
Yes.
And in order for them to even be anywhere close to the stories that the animation bring across, you gotta develop the characters. So to sit down and to try to think of a story that really fleshes them out and fleshes out the relationship between Vicious and Spike, and Vicious and Julia, Vicious and Julia and Spike, and then the entire surrounding supporting cast of the Syndicate.
Yeah,
it was really good writing. I thought it was really, really well thought out.
Like,
but Vicious, I know
before,
what your great with Vicious is.
In
the animation, Vicious is that guy. You don't talk much. We ain't doing much.
It was a 180, bro.
Yeah. And he's pretty much like your favorite villains. Like they don't talk much. They just,
you talk about in the anime.
They just get shit done. But
once you finish
for this one, they made him extremely emotional, extremely volatile, and they also made him the son of the Syndicate.
The son of the leader of the Syndicate, yeah.
Right, the son of the leader of the Syndicate. And that one man is clear. All of them sci-fi roles be.
He love it, man. He royalty.
He loved being a villain.
He royalty, man. He was a good guy in Fringe on TV. He was a good guy in Fringe.
Nah, he wasn't.
He was somewhat. He was a scientist. He was crazy as fuck.
He wasn't a good guy.
He wasn't a bad guy.
He
wasn't a villain.
Guy.
No,
was.
It depends on which universe. The one that they were using wasn't a thing. The other universe, he was.
Yeah, but then the future universe said like, "Yo, I made the other one crazy because all of the stuff that he's gonna do to destroy the world." So if you really think about it, he wasn't a hero.
I never said he was a hero. I just said he wasn't an outright villain. Like, oh, I'm gonna cut people in half. Or the leader of a syndicate. He was a brilliant scientist. Dude.
Vicious, man. I know what you mean. I didn't like it, but for the story that they wrote, it was okay.
Hey, look, I assume the direct. I don't know. I'm not a big director guy. I assume the director gives, hey, I would like the character to be like this, and then the actor interprets, and then they put out something, then the director be like, nah. I'm judging for the story that went with him, with his father, stuff like that, and then obviously
Spike, the love triangle.
Spike whole ass fucking sleeping with this girl. They all fucked up anyway, but yeah. I get why he was an emotionally unstable guy. I get why. It's just it was like you had in one hand you had anime version of Vicious, which was mysterious. He was quiet. I understand. I would have preferred if it was kind of like that, but then you was able to flesh out other stuff. But man, he went from that to like all the way over here, bro. You saw when he first showed up, he was like, I was like, what the fuck is that? I was so mad. I was so mad, bro.
Cause I don't know if you saw the earlier.
I just think he overacted,
but he was Asian. Like it was an Asian guy that was cast in that role. And I was like, they changed it.
They changed it to Alex Hassell.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So then I was like, okay.
Well, I mean, he did his thing, man. He did his thing. I think it's almost like sometimes like Jared Leto is guilty of this in some of his movies, where he is almost like he overdoes his part so much to the point that it's almost like too cringe. Like that's just me, especially because the rest of the cast wasn't like it didn't come across as overacting. Like even Jet Black's story, they expanded on that. They gave him a daughter, stuff, talking about his ex-wife. You know, he went to prison, stuff for something he didn't do. You know, stuff like that. And I thought his story was pretty good, especially how they tied it in to the
whole syndicate thing.
To the whole syndicate thing, and him and Spike having to fall out and shit like that. And you know, he was a big push on family and stuff. All he wanted Spike to do was be honest with him. Spike wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, which is I don't did he know that Spike was part of the syndicate in the anime? I can't remember. It's been a while.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did, right? In this one, he didn't know until like later on. In the show. So which was cool because you were able to build on the story enough so you could get a break for season 2. I just hope they bring season 2 and they don't just leave her ass there hanging. Because you know, sometimes they'll look at Netflix probably they're gonna bring season 2 because they pay them anyway. It's not like the cinema or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They ain't relying on box office.
They ain't relying on box office. They're relying on clicks on the thing. And everyone clicks on it at least once.
Yeah.
Faye Valentine, like I said, Jack Black. I thought his story was great. What do you think about the adding the daughter and stuff like that? What do you think about that?
Again, for the story that they created, it was good. I honestly liked it. Like even if it was part of the anime, it would have been a really interesting story to watch.
I just don't think it would have been hard with the anime runtime too.
Possibly.
Probably would have had to add a couple episodes.
Yeah, they would have. It would have.
And I also think the anime story was more focused on Spike. It was all about Spike and like
was it
with a small bit of Faye Valentine, but it was mainly about Spike in the anime, not TV.
Yeah,
TV
in the anime, it was mainly about Spike. I honestly forgot how Spike focused it was. So it was good to see. It was really good to see. You know which episode I actually wanted to see. You know, they had an episode in the anime where Spike had to fight a little boy that was cursed and he never used to age. I would have loved to see that episode. In a live action. I would have been heard. Like, yo, this. I would have loved to see who they casted as that little boy, and then.
Wait, when did it fall though? Because was that after he got pushed through the window?
No, that was before.
That was before?
Yeah, because that episode opened up into the syndicate because they had found the little boy. Spike had killed the little boy, so then he aged and he was on Mars, and then Vicious had found out because obviously the little kid was part of the syndicate, and then so that's when he started trying to uproot all the masters within the syndicate,
Right.
and he ended up trying to trap Spike.
Okay.
But yeah,
they also introduced. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I liked the dog a bit. It was nice. It was refreshing.
They also introduced that the orange hair character. Remember the name of Ed? Is it Ed?
At the end.
At the end, and everyone was like, "Oh, what the fuck is this?" I was like, "Well, to be fair, that person pretty much did like a perfect job because if you remember that character was wacky as fuck, bro,
crazy.
Oh my god! Like everyone was like, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, I mean, the character was accurate. Like, yeah, if y'all remember, like it was like a mass.
But you see, that's the thing. A lot of people who are giving it negative reviews, they've never watched the anime. Like they watched the live action first and then watched the anime. Whereas a lot of people who appreciated it have been Cowboy Bebop fans.
We watched that shit so long ago.
I know, right? So for Ed,
I watched it a couple years
honestly,
ago. Honestly,
I thought the like action Ed was not crazy enough.
Well, it's gonna be hard because some of the shit that the animation one was doing is like, is that even humanly possible? Like they're lifting up the legs all the way up and shit, bro. Like you would probably have to get a ballerina or some shit, bro. Exactly.
Because Ed's reason for being crazy was the fact that she was abandoned on Earth all those years by herself. Yeah. And that's why she was so fond of Ein, because she was talking to a robot and the robot got destroyed, and she set him off on because they did it in live action too, the program
that had him like locked down.
Yeah, that had him.
Yo, that shit there kills Spike, bro.
Bruh, that blood pressure.
Bro, that blood pressure, bro, there fucking took that boy out, man.
You know what? I honestly would have loved to see who would have won, because that I started to glitch me. It was
they were both going at it.
This man ain't letting go, boy.
He let go. Like it's like, dude, let go. Just let her go. Nah.
It got to 97%. And my man was like, fine, I'll go with you.
Yo, I never see. Well, it was all fun against. You know what's crazy is that if he never let go in there, and that save chick that he never let go, bro, came back and shot.
Yeah, and that I think
that tie-in was so nice. I was like, bro, I guess you gotta let go now.
And then Faye left. The woman that he loved betrayed him. Faye left.
Yeah, Faye
Jet don't want nothing to do with him. He got remorse because Anna
broke his heart, man. And also he put his daughter in trouble, man. Put his daughter in trouble, bro.
Anna lost her ability to walk because Vicious stabbed her through the leg. Like he was broken. I was like, yo, boy.
Oh yeah, because he found out about that. Yeah, that's why she was walking with a cane. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was cool to also see the backstory with
Julian,
with Spike and Vicious.
Yeah,
I think that was episode 9. That's probably the second last episode. They did the flashback on what caused the whole fall of the stuff. He realized that Vicious was crazy as fuck from the jump, and well, not crazy. I was not crazy. I was like more like trying to overcompensate for his lack of father. His father was
Rich boy spoiled. My daddy's this, and they should be able to do this, and blah blah blah.
His father was also treating him like fucking hot, wet doo doo.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Whore of yours. She's
at least to keep up the Japanese tradition.
But
fathers are terrible.
Parents are terrible.
Listen.
Parents. You talk about fathers. Parents, bro. Japanese anime is parents. It's both. It's both of them motherfuckers, bro. Yo,
my god.
I don't know if you watch. I know you saw the episode, my last episode we did, Your Lie in April.
Mm-hmm.
So the mom was terrible. Like she used to abuse him and shit. The dad never shows up the entire film. He always says, my dad's overseas. Your dad left your ass, bro. He was living in the house by himself, and dad sent him money. I was just like, dude, this is so fucked up. both parents, bro.
Yeah.
But he was a genius. Anyway, moving on from there. Yeah. So I thought it was pretty cool. Spike is still a hoe though for what he did. You know, you don't do that, bro.
Yeah, I didn't.
Especially that quick. Like
I didn't like that version. I didn't like that version story. Because it came down to the whole cliche stuff, man. Fighting over women. Yes. And then they see him vagina topple the empire.
Well, the thing about it is that if you the problem sometimes with that is hold on, I'm trying to figure out how to word it. Like, he literally wiped out a whole gang to protect Vicious, right? And the thing that fucking toppled this whole friendship is because you could keep your dick in your pants, bro. Because you fell for your best friend. You fell for your like, it was so messed up that when the dad told Vicious like, nah, he wouldn't do that. And then Vicious like went all fucking like, you know, to kill him and shit. You know? It was just like,
whereas the anime story was deep. It was, hey, you were my brother, so why pick her over me? Like, you were supposed to be leader. I would have followed you anywhere. And you just decided you then left. Right.
Especially because they were planning to overthrow the leadership, which was his dad, right? And that made more, like, you know, but instead of doing that, he left to go with her.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a choice. I probably would have stuck a little closer to the anime a little bit. You know, like have him like try to recruit him to overthrow his dad back then or something.
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, dog, I'm tired. But after he wipes out the gang, I probably would have been like, you know what, man, I'm done. When he say I'm done, I don't have Vicious and the girl dead at all. Like, probably like after the fact when she thought he was dead, you know, that she like, you know, did the whole thing like that. But I didn't like her being the central piece of their feud. And like you said, man, it was a little
cliche.
A little cliche. That's probably why I like Arcane. Anyway, that wasn't in there. There was none of that in there. Even though I'm pretty sure. Anyway, that's a net segment. But so let me think of who else. Any other characters here? You think they did justice to a lot of the side story characters? You know, like how they had at the beginning the dude that was addicted to. Well, he wasn't addicted. He was trying to sell the red eye.
The red eye. I thought those were really well done. They were close to the anime-ish, and they
that girl pretended she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I like about stories, and I think there's one of the reasons why. I know we say we ain't gonna do shooting shit, but we gotta talk about this at some point. One of the reasons why I like Jack Reacher is because both Lee Child, Darren Brown, and James Patterson, like they all said, if you're reading a story and whatever is happening in the story doesn't move the story along, get rid of it. And that's exactly how it is, right? So with those stories, those side character stories and stuff, even though it seemed like they weren't significant, they actually set up the emotional battle that Spike was having.
Yeah, with himself.
Because obviously he was hiding it from Jet. He knew who he was, and he was hiding the fact that he was still alive. So the interaction between him and the girl at the first episode, and then even the guy with the dog, and how the guy didn't want to kill all the dogs because the Lefty family, and then he realized, yo, this man got a point. Like, I knew who you were when you tried to kill me. Like, I expected it. So I can't hurt you for that.
I think they kept a lot of the side stories that was important enough to move the show movie along. Story, because they left out a couple that were just regular, like almost just regular little episodes in the show.
Yeah, like the space parasite. I am so glad they left that out. I hated that episode. It was so disgusting. Oh,
But it makes sense in the anime, especially back then. And they were pushing for the 24. That was back when 24 episodes was the thing. That was made now. They would have left all that shit on, just gave you 12 smooth.
Easy.
They would give you 12 smooth, bro. They would give you these 12.
Man.
Oh my god. Yeah, but yeah. Back then 24 was the standard.
Yeah, I like those episodes. I thought they were really good. I really enjoyed the Mad Pyro as well.
The Mad Pyro, refresh.
The French guy that fascinated with clowns.
Oh right.
And how they kind of fleshed out why he was mad and why he had a fascination with the circus.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Whereas in the anime, he just showed up.
He just showed up, started trying to kill shit, bro.
Yeah, and
it's also cool. It's also cool that they didn't know that the dog could do that for like most of the show, the little corgi, until like when the dude shot the fucking thing to the eyes. They left the dog on the side of the street. Yeah.
Yo, that caught me off guard. I was like, wait,
they left the dog? But the dog got picked up by Ed, which is also pretty cool. But it was just funny. I was like, bro, they straight abandoned the dog, bro. I was like, oh, the little corgi. Nah.
I loved it. Oh man.
Oh god.
But no, it was good, man. I thought it was a really good production. John Cho, Mustafa, and Daniella Pineda. It was damn good acting. I felt like John Cho stole the show. I felt like it was actually spite. The hair, I didn't really care about the hair. He could have left his hair normal.
Well,
but they tried to do it.
They tried to do it as close to because somebody will bitch about that shit. But yeah, I mean, you will never get. Good, man. You'll never. Obviously, unless they had got like a taller Asian dude. But I get why they got John Cho. I mean, you still need the little draw. He's the biggest. Probably the biggest actor out of all three.
Asian actor? Yeah.
Well, I meant notoriety. He's probably the biggest of the three main.
He's the biggest.
Right?
He's the biggest.
Yeah, so but I think all they went on there, did their thing. I actually enjoyed this adaptation. Or probably in my opinion. I like how they were able to incorporate flesh out a lot of the characters and stuff, and still keep the essence of the anime. And like you said, man, they took out a lot of fluff, and still was able to hit 10 episodes. So it's probably gonna be a 20 episode. I don't know. I could go past 2 seasons, honestly. I don't, because it's the second half of the story.
Bruh, I am interested to see what season 2 brings, because it's a completely new story now. So yeah,
but they all separated and stuff. But like you said, it's a new story. Unfortunately, if you watch the anime, we all know how it better end like that. End it correctly.
I still trying to finish the anime. I think I just got through my Pro.
Oh, you watching it over?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? It's like that anime is really slow.
It is. It's so
a drag. Slow. Like it's a little drag. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's still really good. It's a classic. But like when you watch it, it's like, yo, I can't remember this anime being this slow. It's
because you remember all the important parts of the story. when because when the fight with Vincent happened in the animation, it was like episode 5. I was like, it was this early? I was like, damn.
You mean when he went through the window? It was early, bro.
And then I was like,
because it was right after.
So wait, if this is episode 5, bro, what? How did you get 24 episodes of this thing?
Dude, listen.
And then I was like, oh man.
It was after that. You never really hear from Vicious or anything for a good while.
Till about episode 19.
Yeah, you didn't hear, because then that's when they come and he was like, I have to finish this. Because then that's when he found the girl, and then she immediately is removed from existence. That was the quickest turnaround ever. I was like, dang, he got the girl back. Yay, Vince. Yay, Spike. Bang. No. That's what caused him to go after Vicious.
Vicious again, yeah.
Yeah, and then that's how you get the end, the destruction of the syndicate. Because he did the coup and everything. I'm glad they kept that in the show. Honestly, my biggest gripe is just this interpretation of Vincent, and then like the little stuff that we talked about. All right, so we'll just jump into ratings here real quick for this one, and then we'll jump into the next segment. Ratings. Da, 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 da. All right. All right, we gonna go through this quick, kind of quickish. Oh God, I can't remember what the segment is.
Just go straight to overall.
You just want to go straight to overall. You don't want to break it down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, obviously they're animation and shit. So.
Just go straight to overall.
Oh yeah, I guess because the music's the same as the original. So.
Yeah.
Kept the music, which was good. Yeah, so you go straight overall. Now we gotta break it down, bro. I got a pattern.
I know,
got a
right?
pattern. my fucking pattern. All right, man. So what'd you think about this version of the story? Because it's not the same as the animation, so it's not technically the same.
I give it a 5 out of 5. I thought for the information that they had and having to build on it, they were able to do it without losing the essence of the original story. Mm-hmm. Well, not the original story, the essence of the characters and the essence of who they were and the personalities and the battles that they were fighting.
Okay. From
the animation and the original story. So even though they changed some things, they still was able to keep certain things. And I thought that was really, really good writing.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So for me, I like how they fleshed everything out, just like you said, man. But I can't give it a 5. I can't give it a 5. Because vicious. Vicious and using the girl that fucking love triangle shit. Like you lose points because of that. So I give it 4.5. I'm not that harsh. I give it 4.5, but fuck. I hated that. That like literally that's my 2 gripes. Everything else was fine.
That was my 2 biggest gripes.
All right. Characters. I think they all did a really good job on the characters. Is that vicious? So I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. Bro, what are you saying? That 4 out of 5?
Because that's my favorite song, B.
Okay.
Like
4 out of 5?
I have been trying 4 out of 5, yeah. Okay. I have been trying to figure out what other scene I could create that would fit our music, and nothing comes to mind. That piece was so beautiful, right? That when they did it in the live action, I pick up my phone. I was like, Shawn, watch this, you Rasta man, look. And then I was like, he ought to tell me he'll watch it yet. I was like, I can't send it to you. That was really the beauty.
I forgot. I was so
heartbroken. I was so heartbroken. I said it to my wife. Look at this.
Bro, you fucking funny.
And she was like, I don't get it. I was like, oh, worthless.
Damn. We'll just say a 5 for music because I mean it's the same music. Technically,
same
music.
Yeah.
What was cool is how they like changed the intro to have the live action people, like the
the actual band. I love that.
So that was pretty cool.
I love that they used back the seat belts and everything. So that was cool.
And then overall, man, what's your overall? This should be interesting.
5. I ain't like my bias in there. My bias of being a Bebop fan is in there, and I give it a 5.
I'm a Bebop fan.
But if I actually had to, I think the original rating I give it was 4. I think I had messaged that, but then I was like, you know what, I'll give it a 5. And I gave it a 5 because they had to flesh out Vicious. They completely changed his character. They had to flesh out Julia, and they completely changed the story. But even in doing that, it was still really good writing. There were like no plot holes you could find with anybody's motivation or anything like that. And all the characters were important. There wasn't a plot device in there that wasn't important. There wasn't a plot device that had too much screen time.
That's it.
Huh?
Nothing.
Well,
Finish. So I can.
Oh, vicious.
There's always time for prostitutes.
Yeah, vicious. So from a writer's point of view, I really appreciated that, and I saw the hard work that went into it to not destroy the story. So I was like, yo, I gotta give this a 5 because that was brilliant.
So you give it a 5?
Yeah.
Final answer.
All
right. I'm giving this a fucking 2. I'm joking. I'm joking, guys. I want to give it a 5. I really do. I really want to give it a 5. But I can't. I can't give it a 5, guys. I'm sorry. So I'm giving it a 4 out of 5.
I got a question.
I'm giving it a 4 out of 5, bro. I hate. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I
think you're about to answer, so go ahead.
Vicious writing and portrayal so much. I'm taking a whole point off.
Okay.
So what we gonna do is so Dwayne give it a 5 out of 5, and I give it a 4. I don't know. Do I run the fucking clip? Or it has to be both 5, right?
It gotta be unanimous.
So just close. If you average, it's 4. It's almost like a 4.5 when you average it out. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
But
so my question is, which gripe stop you from giving it 5 more than the other? The vicious arc or the whole cliche with the girl?
Probably the vicious arc. I just don't. I feel like a different portrayal would have worked a lot better there than because the thing about it is to me they're both tied. I was already like not fond of that character and stuff, and then you have that cliche tie into it too. It's just it was already like he was already like and then like that happened, even though it's not really his fault. You know what I mean? So then it like drop a little more because it just compound. But to me, the gripe was vicious. I just didn't like that portrayal. And there's people that don't like certain portrayals of characters. That was just me personally.
Like Jack Reacher.
Oh my god, that new Jack Reacher. Oh my god, what the fuck is that, yo? That not Jack. That John. That John Reacher.
Complete Americanism.
That John Reacher. No, Jack. Fuck, man. I saw that. Did you see the trailer? You saw the full trailer, right? And then I went and watched it, and I'm like, what? Huh? Like anyway, he's so like witty and stuff. Like I always thought that he was more standoffish. Anyway, I don't know. You read the books.
No, you're correct. You're
right. Because I read like 2 of the books. I didn't read all of them.
He's not blonde. He's not muscular, because that was the surprise factor that a lot of people had with Reacher. Anyway, we'll talk about that a little bit right before the next segment, but finish your overall thing between. Or were you done?
I was done. 4 out of 5, 5 out of 5 overall. Cool. But that's the reason for my thing. So, you want to jump right into Arcane? Or do you want to?
Let me finish your Reacher stuff first. So, the whole psychological aspect that Reacher had over a lot of people, which Tom Cruise did really well, was that yes, he had all these accolades, but when you looked at him, he looked like an average Joe. He was tall, he was skinny.
Well, Tom Cruise isn't tall, but yeah.
he was built for a guy that, you know, maybe he worked on the farm or something like that, but he didn't look like your average.
But that boy looked like Terminator.
Super soldier. Exactly. He didn't look like
there was a scene that he came. There's a scene in the trailer. He comes out the fucking dressing room, right, or something, and the woman's like, there's a policewoman there, and I'm looking at this. This dude looked like Terminator 3, bro. Well, Terminator 1. I was like, God damn, bro.
Right.
And I was it's too loud. It's almost like you will be able to pick out him in a crowd as a soldier, right?
Exactly.
I was just like,
right.
But,
and the psychological factor that Richard had was that he looks like the average Joe.
Yeah,
so a lot of women was right, and that was why he used to get in a lot of fights with people. So, and then another reason, and it was also the reason why women were attracted to him, because when he took off his clothes and stuff, they actually saw like, yo, this man ripped and got scars and all sorts of junk and things like that. So I think it's gonna go down like the Tom Clancy one that they had with John Straczynski that they had on Amazon.
That was actually not too bad though. That was actually
wasn't too bad, but it was all like
like season
explosions and stuff.
Season 1 was good. Season 2, bro, when they started pushing the whole Russia and Venezuela shit, everyone was like, everyone was like, oh my God, because I was like in the middle of the whole Trump Russia thing, like in real life, and then they brought it out, and the first trailer, he's like, so you're trying to tell me the Russians are working for the working with the Venezuelan government? And I was like literally, I went like this.
Yep. And
then I didn't watch it.
And what they did with Taken as well. Like
Taken?
Oh,
it was a Taken show?
Oh yeah. It was garbage. Hot garbage.
Why would there be a Taken show? Anyway.
I do not know. But like I told you, my biggest interest out of all of this, how much did Amazon pay Tom Cruise to get the rights?
Well, he didn't gonna do no more, so
no. He didn't do no more because the offer was like, oh yeah, a lot of people complaining you don't really fit the bill. He was like, all right, I still own that shit.
I don't know how they could say that after that first one, bro. That first one?
The first two.
Well, the second one, I thought it was good because Tom Cruise did his thing, but I had my gripes for that. But like,
the kid,
with the daughter and stuff, like I feel they introduced her too early and stuff like that. But anyway,
in the book she gets killed.
Huh?
So then, so if you look at the movie, his motivations and the way that he was acting, because he wasn't the usual calm Richard, he was very angry and stuff like that. It was in the book, the daughter gets killed,
right?
And he finds out at the end that it's not his daughter,
right?
So then he was angry because all that time he was like, "Yo, I never got to meet my child.
Never got to meet my
child." I don't remember. So then that's why he was that.
Yeah,
that's why he was that erratic. So I kind of feel like Tom Cruise went like,
also,
"Oh, you don't want me to do it
I'm
anymore?"
Gonna be real.
All
yeah,
right.
I think that was around the time they had already started bringing up the whole you don't fit the bill thing. So he didn't look as motivated as he looked in Edge of Tomorrow and Mission Impossible. Yeah. Mission Impossible is his baby. Once Tom Cruise stopped making Mission Impossible, though, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it on TV. I want like that's his baby. Like literally, that's his baby. That way, he keep making him. It's just like that's Tom Cruise baby. He keep making him to his knees fucking stop working. I think that's what happened with the second Jack Reacher is like he didn't have the motivation, so he looked, and then they were focused, and they were also started focus on the major and stuff a little more in there.
Yeah,
stuff like that. I don't know, but the reason I brought up the first one is because I consider the first one a masterpiece. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna drink blood on your skull, bro. Remember when he put that dude in the ring? The dude's like, I said, you know what? I'm gonna fucking kill you when the rain was falling, dude.
And that's the Reacher that we love.
And then that drive scene, probably one of the best chase scenes ever shot on camera. Because Tom Cruise obviously drives. Next to the motorcycle scene in Mission Impossible. But he was driving the car, and then he like gets out the car, and everyone like stands up in the crowd. The guy gives it the cat, and everyone like closes together. Fuck the police, bro. And then the bus drives off. He like gives him back his hat. The guy smiles. My brother. I'm telling you, bro.
Yo.
And then now I look at this one on TV, and I'm just like,
I don't see it.
Fuck is this? Especially like when they even tried to do the scene when he was like, he fought. Remember, he fought out in the movie. He fought all those dudes outside the bar. And he's like, I only have to beat one person, the leader, and then a couple other people gonna try to be heroes. They try to do that scene in the trailer. He's like, I'm gonna break your hands. I'm like, I don't know, man. I might be biased though. I might be biased.
No.
Okay, because you know I'm a Tom. My girlfriend don't like it.
That you're a Tom Cruise fan.
Like they asked me who's your favorite actor. I said Tom Cruise so fast. I didn't even let the sentence settle, bro. Like, who's your favorite Tom Cruise? She's like, yeah, he's in love with Tom Cruise. I was like, yeah, that's my boy. I love Tom Cruise. I've watched all his movies.
Yep.
Anyway,
listen.
Do you still want to talk about Arcane now, or do you want to just do that next episode and make it easier?
We could do that next episode, man.
So, cause I want to give that our own thing. Cause that's 9 episodes of. Jinx,
everybody's saying so it'll be interesting what we talk about.
She up there, bro.
Yeah, Tom Cruise will always have the world's greatest accolade that nobody would never have ever again. He went up as a secret agent for the CIA and fought Superman and win. Nobody will ever say that in their life ever again.
Bro, like that because there's another Mission Impossible coming out, but that last that one that wrapped up that story, that storyline, bro. What was funny is when like I was watching like because I have the
that storyline was 2 movies, right?
3. It started from Ghost Protocol.
Ghost Protocol was Sam Cam?
No, the story got built in Ghost Protocol, but it stretched all 3. It kind of went that you start to find out. You start to find out. I think it's called the Syndicate too, but you started to find out about it from the movie
from Ghost Protocol.
Yeah, but it mentioned it. It was almost like a loose mention because they're the one that set the guy to try to release the nuclear weapon.
Right, that was it.
But you found out about the Syndicate in the one after.
You find out who was the leader. Yeah.
Right. And then the third one is when they brought in. He was the one that wrote the manifesto because he was trying to set off. He was actually trying to set off the nuclear device in that other area with his. And then they also closed up the story with his wife. Remember, he was married at the end of 3, but then Ghost Protocol came on. He was like, "Where the fuck this woman went?"
Yeah.
So they closed that loop. They got rid of Alec Baldwin. Where they kill Alec Baldwin? Can't pay you no more, son.
keep Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, keep Jeremy Renner. So Renner's the one that's take over that spot. And then obviously they gave him a new love interest, the British chick.
Yeah, right. I like it. It's so good.
Yeah, the only Mission Impossible that everyone's that for me is like, is 2. That was the only one that he never gets disavowed. That's the one with that John Woo shot with the doves.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they crash the motorcycles together and shit. Because there's a different director for each one, right? So you got a different film shot.
Yeah.
they brought John Woo. That's what John Woo. John Woo, bro. With the fucking doves, yo.
Didn't he had just come off Mortal Kombat though?
It was a Mortal Kombat. He came off of was it Kung Fu Mount? Because he used to do a lot of stuff with Chow Yun Fat.
Yeah. He came off some martial arts. They really
he was hot. John Woo.
You see him scene.
He was hot, bro. He was hot at that point. Don't get me wrong. And you know how I know? Because that was the last time you really see Tom Cruise do a set scene on film.
Yeah.
But he don't really do that stuff like that, right? It'll always be like implied he'll wake up and the girl be in the bed or something like how it was at the beginning of Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
But that was the first one. He actually like fell in love with a girl and stuff. They had like when the cars were spinning and she was looking at it. I was like, this is so John Woo. Oh my god. Oh, I look back at it. That was the one that I laughed at. I was like, all right. Top.
It was still good.
It's still good, but compared to the rest, it's like all the rest up here and it's like here.
Yeah.
But it was funny to see. I thought it was cool though with the whole virus thing. And that's when they did the scene from the roof scene.
Yeah.
So there's still dope shit in there. It's just funny because the doves. He had the shades on and shit. That's when he was on the side of the mountain and he threw the shades. This was explained in 5 seconds. He like threw it and it like spun and exploded. Then the Mission Impossible song came on.
Yeah, that's when Limp Bizkit was actually worth listening to.
Yeah. Oh god.
If there's two people that will watch, Tom Cruise and Henry Cavill, man, I have never been disappointed by the two of them.
Harry Cavill, man. I want more.
And Denzel Washington. Like I saw an interview with Denzel Washington the other day. And he was like, the bad thing. I think it was with Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx was asking him.
Yeah. I'm leaving here with some.
Yeah.
I'm from around the way. I'm leaving here with some. That was such a good interview. Take your fucking hands off me.
Yeah, and Denzel was telling him that the way he became famous was that he didn't try to be in everything. He tried to be in good things. Like, you don't want people to be saying, oh yeah, he's done this. You want people to be saying like, oh, when is he coming back? Like,
yeah.
Because honestly, I feel that way. Like, I saw Equalizer 2 and I was like, damn, it's been 2 years, Denzel. I know you got belly and everything, but yo, let me go. Equalizer is my blackjack reacher. I need my fix.
He was in a movie with Jared Leto and stuff earlier this year. It was pretty slow paced. Where he was like a policeman in a different party. He came down.
Yeah. And they couldn't find evidence to pin Leto.
Yeah, they couldn't find evidence to pin Leto. What's his name? The guy from Mr.
Ramirez?
Nobody? I think it's Mr. Nobody.
San Ramirez or something like that.
Yeah. He had it.
Yeah, he snapped.
He snapped, hit the dude with a shovel, bro. They had to like bury the pin, burn all the shit. I thought it was pretty good.
It was a good movie, though.
It was a good movie.
It was a great movie.
It went straight. I watched it on HBO Max. It didn't really do well in theaters because we talked about this earlier. A lot of movies, like you hear. Yeah, you'll hear. There was this thing. I guess who was it? Ridley Scott. I think it was Ridley Scott, the guy that just released that movie called The Last Duel.
Mm-hmm.
He he was like, Marvel movies and stuff like that aren't really films. And people jumped on his ass. Oh, look at you saying that. And I'm like, I agree though. Like the way he said it though, because he was like, he was like angry with it because his theater release flopped, right?
Yeah.
And people were getting on him. Oh, yeah. I was like, well, I understand what he's saying. He probably didn't say it right.
Yeah.
But I understand what he's saying. And I talked to you about it earlier through text, man. The reason why you was asking why Godzilla and you put them together, why with other movies, like why Godzilla's so big. It's like because Godzilla is really real. It's senseless violence, bro. Monster violence, bro.
You know what? The Godzilla story, all the Godzilla movies are absolutely like beautiful. I watched King of Monsters yesterday. Finally, I thought it was absolutely beautiful. The story. I just don't like Billy. I don't like that girl. I didn't like her in Stranger Things. I don't like her in any other movie she did.
Really?
But
well, you didn't like her in Stranger Things. Sexist.
To be honest, I'm not even a huge fan of Stranger Things. After season 1, I was like, yo, why are we still doing this? I'm still trying to figure out why.
Another one coming out, big dog.
Yeah, why are they doing season 4? And I thought every other kid acted her, and she was the lead role.
Sorry. I agree.
Yeah.
It's funny, man. They show like interviews. She like, let's just say that she's growing up a bit self-absorbed and stuff. Like, have you heard the interviews and shit, bro? Like, she just be trying to talk over everybody. Like, do you know there was that black kid? There's a black kid.
Yeah, that was in Cowboy Concrete.
He got yes, him. He got aggravated, bro. Like in one of the interviews, he like, okay, Billy, and then he like asked a girl, the redhead girl. I think she was in Stranger Things 2 or 3. I can't remember. He like asked her. She was in
2 and 3. Yeah.
Right, he was like, hey, so what you think? And then the girl started talking, and Billy jumped and cut her ass off. Dude, it's like, I was like, whoa. It's crazy. So, but she, out of all of them, she's the only one that seems to get more roles now. So, but
no,
and
really?
the black kid,
and the skinny white kid.
Oh yeah, he was in Ghostbusters, huh?
Ghostbusters, yeah. But he usually plays a lot of supernatural stuff.
I meant as in volume.
Like in volume, yeah.
Because what she did, a Noah. Oh my God. Anyway, she was what's his name sister, Sherlock Holmes' sister, Enola Holmes, right?
Oh, Enola.
Right. Cavill was in there. He was in there as Sherlock Holmes, but he was only in there like a little bit. But yeah,
so, bro, that was garbage.
I thought it was fine. I liked it.
Nah.
Okay, I'm not gonna argue about it. I thought it was fine.
Like,
I enjoyed it. It was a little weird, but it was cool.
If I could take a character out and we still understand the story, nah.
Who's the character you take out?
Enola.
How? The story's about her.
I know, right?
That makes no sense, Dwayne. I'm sorry. I disagree with you.
You know why? Because everything that she did, Sherlock was like either one step ahead or like one step, or he was right there. It wasn't like he was trailing.
He trailed at the end.
He trailed at the end because he chose to.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
He went in and told the cause like, can you tell me why your sister got here before you? And then he walked out. He was like, good stuff.
Yeah, and that was it.
Right. So he wasn't trailing the whole time.
A whole 12 movie.
I thought the movie was good. I'm not here to argue this, bro. Like, you know, that's what's great. We all have different tastes. I don't think it's a masterpiece, but
yeah,
I thought it was okay. It did give a little feeling that they was trying to say that the sister is better than the brother type situation.
It was a whole feminist plot, but I did enjoy.
Well, I mean,
the black judo woman and stuff like that. I was
about to say it. To be fair,
she chose some people and she kept some people. I was like, yeah.
To be fair though, like if you're thinking about timepieces and stuff, back then women had no rights at all.
Yeah.
So I kind of I understood the whole underground women's movement thing. I get it.
That was cool.
It. But I could see the little gripes. I just don't think she's as great an actor as people seem to think she is. But I didn't hate it. I thought it was a nice little thing. I won't watch it over. Let's just put it like that. It's a one watch. Yeah. But yeah, so that the Ridley Scott thing is it was funny to see when he said that people like got angry and stuff. I was like, I mean, he's right, man. Like movies that thought-provoking or anything like that, I tend to get pushed back. That's why a lot of people don't like Zack Snyder's directing style when it came to like superhero movies. While in my case, I fucking think they're like the best things out there, starting from Watchmen.
Yep.
Like, I thought Watchmen was fucking brilliant.
I recently spoke to someone who was like, "Oh,
I know a lot of people that say that was trash.
DC had a lot. It was trash. It had a lot of plot holes, blah blah." And I was like, "Bro, I don't care what you say.
Don't bring up plot holes, bro. And be a Marvel fan, dog. That shit's a walking.
Because they turned around and said, at least Marvel consistent. I was like, bro, Marvel had one director for 4 of them. Like, what do you expect? Marvel sat down and kept going because
I keep telling people.
I watched the interview with the guy who was the spearhead of turning Disney into a mega empire, right? Because they had him on that Mastermind app, and I watched it.
Who,
and I sat on there and I was like, huh?
What do you mean, Kevin Feige? No, Kevin Feige's the Marvel guy. Sorry, go ahead.
Bob Iger.
Yeah.
He was the CEO of Disney for the 10 years that he did the whole takeover. And I sat down and I watched this man interview and I was like, yo, this man's a genius, though. Like, this man literally took an empire that was crashing and turned it into one of the biggest things in the world. And I now understand why Marvel is as good as it is. In a good movie. I don't like it.
Movie group.
But that man had a plan. And DC doesn't. That Warner Brothers do not.
Well, the difference. Scared money don't make no money, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers said, look, no matter if it is a great film or a flop or whatever, we pushing through, bro. We going, this is our fucking phrase. We got our whole plan. Yep. It's going to last this amount of time. And we pushing through this phrase. You never saw them waver. They was announcing movies before the year before was coming out. All right, we got this a little later. And they just kept.
And that's what he said. He said when he went up to a lot of the board of directors and stuff like that, they was like, this ain't gonna work. It can cost too much money. It was like, bro, if it flop, take it out my paycheck.
That's bold. But
listen.
But the thing about it is it makes sense though. Like if you look at something like Iron Man 3 and stuff like that, they just kept going, bro. Even if you didn't think it was the best movies, you was just like, hey, you watch Eternals yet?
Nah, it ain't come on Disney yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit. But I
watched Shang-Chi.
Yeah, Shang-Chi was cool.
Yeah, it was okay.
The visuals was nice. I like the whole dragon stuff. That was cool.
Yeah, that was nice.
To me, it was another Marvel movie. It was all right though. It was one of the better ones. I just like that they made the comic relief character not like fully fucking useless. And like she actually
actually did something.
She could drive and shit like that. She drove the bus. She drove the car through the fucking thing. She actually became an archer for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It didn't feel like forgive it, like one of those characters that, you know, like, okay, this part is supposed to be funny, but then they just like end up screaming and shit. Like a
Pixar side character, a minion.
I like the minions though. But they serve their point. Nah, I wouldn't say the minions because I get their point in the movie. It was that Harry Potter spinoff? Well, it's not a spinoff, it was like a prequel. It's a prequel. Fantastic Beasts.
Oh,
yeah, the big boy, the big guy. The big guy. And from he was Balls in there, but Fury. yeah. But you could tell that he was just in the movie to be the audience. Like he is us.
Yeah.
You know, just like, oh yeah, I just happened to stumble in. Oh, this is the wonderful world. Like, yeah. But he didn't really kind of serve that much of a purpose.
Nah.
Exactly. Right. So yeah. But I can't wait till you see Eternals. I want to see what you think about that. Especially because I wasn't a big fan of it. You know,
a lot of people like. I know that you hit something, I'm like, yo, I probably gonna like rip this to your story apart.
Majorly disappointing film, man.
However, after you spoke to me about that, I was thinking about it. I was like, from the bits that Shawn told me, the story and stuff. Why? Who was the director and why they went this route? And then I looked at who it was. She was the Asian lady that won that award this year or something for Nomad. And Nomad is a complete drama. And I'm like, why would you pick her to do this.
Well, when
because from what I haven't read much of the Eternals comics, but Eternals is pretty much Record of Ragnarok, like gods fighting, so to speak.
Somewhat.
And it would be like DC,
honestly, it could work.
Hyperion versus Darkseid kind of thing.
Hyperion is Marvel, man. Don't do that to me.
Shoot.
All right, that's a Superman knockoff.
Whoever.
That's Superman knockoff. Hyperion.
Oh yeah.
Him and what I would like to see is a Robert Randall's The Sentry, that crazy motherfucker. But
yeah, boy.
I just feel like Marvel would turn that into a
Comic
comedy,
relief.
and it's like how Thor now has been relegated to a comic character. Now he's just like funny, you know. He's not, you know, like compared to how he was introduced. And, and Lord knows what they're doing with Hulk. I know the whole rights thing. Just
that ain't an excuse. Because Spider-Man.
I just look at Edward Norton's Hulk, dog, and I was like, what could have been? No! Like that dude when he clapped his hand and out the fire and shit. And now I look at this dude, I'm just like.
Have you watched No Way Home?
No Way, is that the second Spider-Man movie?
Third.
It hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, it has.
No, it hasn't. Well, America gets it last.
Do you?
I have a ticket for the debut on the 16th, bro. So
I don't
know how you watch it. If you watch it, that means that we probably get it last.
Because it came out, I think, Cyber Monday. Oh no,
it's not in theaters here because before Cyber Monday was Ghostbusters. That was Ghostbusters weekend.
Okay. Interesting.
Thank God that shit got made so we could forget about the other one.
The one with the women.
And it's bad.
It had Thor in it.
Huh? Oh
it had Thor in it.
Yeah, you know what's funny? So I was listening to this to continue on that. I was listening to this interview with this guy, and he was talking about the turmoil of getting like the original cast to come and like cameo in it. They didn't want to do it. They threatened Bill Murray with litigation. That's why he was like in there looking like he came one day and shot that scene where he was. I don't know if you watched it. There's a scene he comes in, he sits down and he's talking, and then the ghost flies out and kills him, like pushes him through the window.
Yeah.
He was in there for one day, bro. He didn't want to come. They're trying to sue him. So Bill Murray's like, okay. He came, did that one set, and then fucking dipped. I was like, damn, bro.
But why?
Why what?
Like, why they keep trying to do these cameo things?
Who? Oh, you mean the people that, you mean Sony?
Yeah.
Well, Sony like money. What do you mean, why? Why? Because Sony. What the fuck you think? Because it was like, obviously they had the rights to the movie. So there was like, yo, if we're gonna do, that's the reason that it kind of went with a reboot route, because they were the fucking original cast was like, we don't want nothing to do with this. That's funny. They probably read the script. Was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this?
Have you watched the latest one?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Oh, I was broke. I was broke. Couldn't afford a ticket to go. I'll watch it sometime coming up. When I got some downtime. But, because you got this, you got that, you got Spider-Man, and you got the Matrix and stuff coming out. So, you know, yes, I will be there to watch the Matrix.
There's something else coming out in December too. I think from Tom Cruise. Or somebody big. Oh no, Henry Cavill. Witcher is coming out.
Witcher season 2.
19th. Yeah. And apparently it focused all on Yennefer. And I'm like, I wasn't a fan of season 1, so let's see how this goes.
Yennefer.
But bruh, I'm about to do something that I've not done ever before. I am going to consciously watch a horror movie.
Why?
Doctor Sleep.
Oh, okay. That's a good one.
Like I saw The Shining and I read the book and I was like, oof. I never read Doctor Sleep. I didn't read book 2. So I was like, oh.
Doctor Sleep is good.
And it's Ewan McGregor. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, Ewan McGregor's pretty good. I
gotta risk it for the biscuit.
I also appreciate psychological type horrors like that a lot more than the typical rip people into shreds type shit.
Yeah.
So,
I don't like the demon stuff, but yeah.
Demons. The demon thing isn't like extreme heavy like that though. So I think it's cool, especially if you like The Shining. As old as The Shining.
Yeah, I thought The Shining was good.
So
no matter how many times I watch it, it's really good.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, guys. So next episode we'll talk about Arcane. We was gonna try to do both, but by the time we finished the Tom Cruise part, bro, we was over like an hour 15 minutes, bro. It's like to talk Arcane, that's another hour. That's another 2 hours now. So we gonna and
my kids are calling me.
That deserves its own. That deserves its own thing. So
yeah.
Appreciate you hanging out. Be sure to drop a comment, like, or subscribe. Try to get to 71 subscribers before the end of the year.
73.
Hey, we beat the goal that we thought we was gonna get at the beginning of the year anyway. So to be at 70 is pretty nice. Moving at our pace. Yeah, so if you let me know what you think about the Cowboy Bebop in the comments. And see you in a couple weeks for Arcane, or maybe next week. We'll see how we feeling.
Well, that did happen over winter, so we could do that for Christmas.
Hey, especially when she blew them motherfuckers up to Kingdom Come. Return to Christ, which was a fucking rocket. Anyway. Jinx, baby. All right, guys. As always, stay safe out there.
Yeah. Peace.